Hey YouTube, Rival X Factor here, and time to go over episode 14 on how to become a better noob. And I want to talk about several things in this video. The first one is minimizing your bullet deviation. What is bullet deviation? Deviation is the spread that occurs based on the kit that you use, the stance that you use, and if you're moving or not. So high deviation is kind of bad. That means your shots aren't really necessarily going to go where you aim. Low deviation is very good. We're also going to talk about potentially choosing the right kit for you, reducing recoil versus increasing or decreasing bullet deviation. So there's a couple fundamentals I want to go over. The first is if you hip fire, your bullet deviation is going to be higher. It's just the name of the game. If you put the laser sight on, it's going to be a lot less. It's going to give you a bonus to that. If you move, your bullet deviation is going to be even higher. So the players that get awarded, okay, are crouched hip fire or standing still hip fire. The next thing is ADS. Aiming down sight gives you a huge bullet huge bonus to slowing down and lowering the bullet deviation. All right. So what am I saying here? If I stand still and go ADS, that is the lowest bullet deviation that I could possibly get with this kit. All right. I'm running foregrip. I'm running heavy barrel on this kit. All right. Now, what happens if I'm ADS and moving side to side? It's going to increase my bullet deviation drastically. So what am I trying to help you understand right now? I'm trying to basically tell you if you peek, all right, let's say there's a guy by this back elevator here, or escalator. If I peek, I'm going to stop, shoot, come back. All right? Or I'm going to pre-fire, right? Hold still, finish a shot, come back. What I don't want to do is this. All right? Because that increases my bullet deviation. And as you can see, as I shoot this back wall, that spread's pretty bad. You guys can see that from here, right? But if I hold still, that spread's nowhere near as bad. Okay? So let's talk about countering recoil in the AEK. Everybody knows I've done a video on this because AEK does have one of the higher recoil combinations in this game. But it's a good kit if you know how to counter it. Let's say you're having a hard time countering recoil. All right, so the bullet deviation doesn't really matter because you're just not getting those bullets on target. First thing is important is pick a different gun. Pick an L85, pick a SCAR L, pick an AK, pick an M16. All right, so let's go in here. Let's take a look at another kit that we can use. And you know the SCAR L really doesn't have much recoil, but let's put flash suppressor on it to knock down even more of that recoil. And let's put foregrip on it to even make it drift a little bit less. So what do you have? You have a more controllable gun. But what do you lose out on? You gain bullet deviation. So let's take a look at this. Let's fire this without countering recoil. Pretty straight up, probably pretty easy to control. So I'm going to just pull straight down, try to keep this on target. Not too bad, but do you see that spread? The recoil is easy control, but that spread is pretty big from here. All right, so there's a trade-off. Do you want to be able to control the recoil easily, or do you want to have a higher recoil with lower bullet deviation? And the only one that can answer that is you personally. Do you struggle with controlling recoil? Do you succeed at controlling recoil? All right, so if you can control recoil, I suggest heavy barrel, no foregrip or foregrip depending on the gun. All right, so let's go back to the SCAR L. Let's take off the foregrip and let's put some heavy barrel on this thing and let's see what we can do. Because again, it's about controlling that recoil and for me, reducing that bullet deviation to a minimal number. The less deviation for me, the better. So let's back up here. And the rule of thumb is if I peek, I want to stop and then I want to shoot. Okay? So peek. Those are pretty tight patterns. Okay? That's a really tight pattern. And the recoil with this gun is highly manageable. Okay, I think this is a great gun no matter what skill level you are. So if you do struggle with the recoil, L85, any of the AKs, the SCAR L, and there's more weapons. But if you want something a little bit more advanced with a little more firepower, you can go with the AEK, the M16, some of the guns that have a little bit more kick. I hope this helps you guys pick kits in the future around your play style. Just because somebody's using a kit and is raping face with it doesn't mean it's right for you. You need to have the right kit. kit. All right. So next time you guys pick your kit, keep all this in mind and try new things, because it's about being comfortable in your own skin. Some of the best players in the world, if they get thrown a kit that's not their kit, they're gonna suck with it. You know, me included. If I pick up a kit and it's got some ACOG and some crazy stuff in it, I am gonna just go pistol only until I die, probably. Because I've got my 7 or 8 assault guns I'm used to, and I've got my 3 or 4 engineer guns that I'm used to. Thanks a lot, YouTube, and I hope this helps make you a better, more complete player.